At the end of the premiere episode of the Loki series, we learn that a variant of Loki is setting traps and attacking TVA Minutemen. However, we never do see the face of the variant, which has led many people to believe, myself included, that this variant will be the on-screen debut of Lady Loki. But who is Lady Loki? How does her appearance affect the timeline, and what direction might they go with her? I'm Pat from the MontyVerse, and I'm here to explore these questions as we spotlight Lady Loki. Loki is the god of mischief, who utilizes the ability to shapeshift to carry out his various schemes and plots. However, sometimes he uses different forms to signify a change or a moment of rebirth in his life. One of the more recent and famous variations of Loki to be used like this is Lady Loki, who debuted in Thor Volume 3, Issue Number 5, written by J. Michael Straczynski. This series takes place after the events of Ragnarok, which is the eternal cycle of death and rebirth for Asgardians. This event leaves Asgard destroyed and many gods dead, only to be reborn to start the process over again. At the start of the series, Thor finds out that he was the only one reborn, and with the help of Donald Blake, he realizes the other Asgardian souls are on Earth inhabiting new host bodies. It is up to Thor to find them and restore their memories. In issue 5 of this series, Thor finds a bunker where a bunch of Asgardians who haven't awoken are being held captive by the Destroyer armor. Thor defeats the armor containing Balder the Brave, and he goes to free the captive Asgardians. Among them, he finds a raven-haired woman who he assumed to be Lady Sif, but the woman turns around to reveal that she is Loki. Thor is hesitant to trust this new version of his brother, but Loki explains to Thor that now that Ragnarok has ended, she has fulfilled her old purpose and is a new person who truly wants to be better. Thor, being a doofus, gives her one more chance but puts her on a short leash, which in time proves to be a mistake. At the end of the issue, we see her talking to a mysterious figure who is later revealed to be none other than Dr. Doom. We find out that the body Loki is inhabiting was meant for Lady Sif, but Loki stole the body, which left Sif in the body of a dying human. While she presents herself as a changed person, this incarnation of Lady Loki is still the same nefarious trickster. She wins over the trust of Balder the Brave by telling him she would no longer lie and that he was a son of Odin. When Thor confirms this, Balder considers Loki a trusted confidant. Besides Thor, we see her make appearances in other stories as a member of Norman Osborn's Cabal, a secret society of supervillains and anti-heroes formed after the Secret Invasion arc. She also appears pretending to be the Scarlet Witch in the pages of the Mighty Avengers, attempting to put a new team together to battle the Elder God Chthon. However, her true intentions behind this were to use the team to throw Norman Osborn off balance, who was given authority and power after being viewed as a hero following the events of Secret Invasion. She was later found out and fled after the real Scarlet Witch was summoned. All of these appearances led to one big scheme, which began to take shape in the pages of Thor, as Lady Loki travels to the past and kills Bor, the father of Odin, in Jotunheim. So it appears as if he perished in battle to the Frost Giants, which ensures that Loki's destiny takes place. In the present day, she resurrects Bor in New York City and places a spell on him to make him believe everyone around him was an enemy. This is made worse by Bor's own anger, as he believes that because Odin was not the one to resurrect him, it means his son died in battle. Thor and Bor do battle, with Thor not knowing who his grandfather is because he never met him. So Thor has no other choice but to kill Bor to prevent him from destroying the planet, and we learn this was all part of Loki's plan. She arrives on the scene with Balder and tells him that Thor technically killed a member of the royal family, and this forces Balder to banish Thor from Asgard. After this, Loki begins to make arrangements to have all Asgardians, but not Asgard itself, which is technically a floating city above Oklahoma at this point, moved to Latveria, at the invitation of Dr. Doom. We discover that Lady Loki's plan all along was to have Asgard return to its rightful place in the Nine Realms. All of this came to a head during the Siege storyline, where Loki manipulated Norman Osborn into attacking New Asgard. However, Loki underestimated the power of the Sentry, but fully given in to his Void persona and destroyed Asgard. This causes Loki to sacrifice himself in an attempt to stop the Void. This ends the story that began in Thor issue number 5. However, before dying, Loki laid schemes to break free from the chains of destiny and be reborn in a new form, as Kid Loki, by having Hela erase his name from the books of Hell. In the comics, it was suspected that Loki was gender fluid, and this was officially made canon in the pages of Loki, Agent of Asgard, where Odin addresses Thor, Angela, and Loki as his son, his daughter, and my child who is both. We also see several instances of this in later issues of this series, as well as in the continued appearances of the character in Marvel Comics. In the Loki series, it is confirmed that Loki is indeed gender fluid in the MCU. However, this is nothing new to the God of Mischief. Loki's gender fluidity can be traced all the way back to Old Norse mythology, where Loki changes gender and even species. What this means is that no matter what gender or form the God of Mischief takes, they are all still the same Loki. They are all one and the same. This means that Lady Loki is not a one-off or a gimmick or an attempt to make Loki a seductress. She was the form Loki chose to use and is one of many forms that the character may choose to take based on how they feel represents themselves the best at that moment. Loki does this again when he defeats King Loki by choosing to change destiny. He is the god of lies, and lies are just stories, so he decides to tell a new one, seemingly destroying himself and sending King Loki to the now changed future. Loki later reappears in a new female appearance, declaring herself the goddess of stories. This new Loki transitions through gender a lot more freely than they did in the past, and seems free, unburdened by baggage of what came before. While you can never be certain of what appearance Loki may be in next, you can always be sure of one thing. No matter the shape, species, or gender, Loki will always be Loki. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you're new to the page, subscribe, and comment down below what spotlights you want to see next. Until next time guys, catch you later.